In this new video, I'm going to be talking about a simplified IFVG model, which can work as your go-to strategy for consistent profitable months. There's essentially 3 steps to my IFVG model. One is a liquidity sweep. Okay, I think that this might be the second most important. Okay, the liquidity sweep is important because we always want the market to sweep some sort of high or low. Okay, and I'm going to tell you what's the first important, but I'm going to go over the second most important first because, I need to somehow make you guys learn. Okay, but the actual liquidity sweep is important because every single time we form engineer liquidity to the high or lows, such as this, okay, where we're not running these stop losses, see how we're forming a bunch of like lows here that just aren't being ran, right? You can see just they're stacked up and then they're stacked up here. Every single time this happens, you have to understand one thing, okay? You have to understand there's stop losses here and there's stop losses here. And in order for the market to move, it needs to run those stop losses to the upside or downside, okay? Because without stop losses, it will not move, okay? And what happens is there's so many stop losses built up here that when we run this first high, it creates a domino effect where it will launch us and be rocket fuel to the high there, okay? And the problem with this scenario and why I wouldn't take a trade in this scenario is because we have liquidity here and we have liquidity here. So we don't know where the market's going to go because if we have stop losses in 2 different spots here, I don't know where the market's going to go, okay? And ideally, we want to wait for a stop run above old highs or old lows. Now, let me draw a different scenario here. Let's say this wick took out all these lows. Let's say it looks like this. And we have no more liquidity here. You can see this would be more of like a broadening formation where, this would be called high resistant. Basically, high resistant is where the low already takes out all these lows. If that were to happen, I'd be way more confident in price going up here because there's no more stop losses on this side, right? This candle's wick would have already ran every single stop loss here, right? We're up here, we don't have a wick to run any stop loss. Now we do, now we don't, right? And we're trying to take trades where one side of stops have been ran and the other side haven't, okay? That is very, very, very key. We are trying to take trades where one side of stops was ran and then other side of stops were not ran. This is the holy grail, okay? This right here is the holy grail. Because if we are going to look for trades in between 2 stop loss runs, where there could be 2, you're just going to get wrecked. But if we can look for trades where it's one-sided, where we have maybe equal highs like here and then equal lows right there, and then we sweep one, right? We almost know for a fact we're going to run, the liquidity back up, right? But between, we don't know, right? I don't know if we have liquidity up there, boom, 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 right? And we're in the middle of this range. I don't know if what's going to be ran first. So if we eliminate and we wait for one side to be ran and then we find our model to the downside, then I know we're going to go down, okay? Now, this is the second most important thing in the model, okay, which is going to be at 1, okay? I'm not listing this in order, okay? I want to make this a little more complicated so all the, all the revenge traders and people who think they're going to get rich quick click off the video, okay? The second most important thing is the actual IFVG, okay? This is the third most important thing of the whole model, okay? Liquidity sweep and IFVG, and I'm going to combine this with plus fair value gap delivery. So getting the actual IFVG out of the fair value gap is the next most important thing. So just as I drew before, right, we have a bunch of highs stacked up, boom, 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 okay? What is to the left? What are we missing here? Well, we don't know if there's any fair value gaps, right? We don't know if we're delivering off of some sort of higher PD array for maybe over here or over here. And our job is to go to the left and look for that. Now, if any of you watching this trades order flow or maybe supply and demand, that could count as, you can implement this into an order flow strategy with volume profile into a supply and demand strategy. As long as you have something meaningful to the left we're delivering off of, whether it be a fair value gap, a supply zone in your eyes, maybe a low volume node profile, that's what you ideally need, okay? And this is where I want to broaden the skill a little bit because it can be multiple things. So for example, right here, okay, if we were to wick down here below here, not only do I like this because of the liquidity here and because we left liquidity up here, I would have liked this because we would have also been tapping into and holding a fair value gap to the left, which may be a demand zone for you. Maybe it's a low volume node profile zone, whatever it may be, okay? Because we'd be holding that zone as well. So that would make the setup 10 times better, okay? 10 times better. Same thing with up here. If we tap into a bearish rally gap, as you can see right here, this is a bearish BPR, and then we get a setup down, or we inverse all of this, that would be an A+ setup. Now, as you can see, we come down, but we don't inverse the last gaps in the leg, which is probably why we didn't run London low. Okay, but a fair rally gap delivery is important, right? If I go to this, low right here, and I say, oh, this is the fair rally gap, it's an inverse, boom, boom, boom. Okay, we can see this is an inverse here. And I ask you, is this a good trade? Your answer to me to be, what's to the left? Your answer should be, what's to the left? Not, yes, this is a good trade. We just have liquidity sweep. You need to be asking me, what's to the left? That's the first thought should be in your brain. Now, if we zoom in, we go to the left, we got a pretty good displacement. So maybe it's like a, 30-minute gap. Yep, it isn't. It's a 30-minute gap. See it? See it? See it? See it? Right? So now when I ask you the question, was this a good trade? You ask me, what's to the left? There's a 30-minute gap. Yes, this was a good trade. That's your answer, right? But we need the context to see that, okay? Now, the third most important thing, draw on liquidity. Where are the engineered mountain tops? Where are the engineered highs? Where are the engineered lows? Where are the engineered draws on liquidity? Okay, this is so important. Today, if you look at today, I want to show you something. Was there any internal draw on liquidities right here? Yes, there was one right here, right? Big draw. And then if you go to the 15-minute, there was equal highs up here, right? Draw on liquidity basically means where are the most stacked up highs? So there's a bunch of stacked up highs here because a lot of people think this is a double top, and there's a bunch of stacked out lows here because a bunch of people think this is a trend line and they're gonna bounce. Okay, so unfortunately, as for today, as the time of making this video, there was no good draw on liquidity because it's just one-sided. But let me show you an example of like a really good draw on liquidity. Okay, if I go to the 1-minute time frame and I go to yesterday. Okay, yesterday we were chopping around. This is where you kind of say, okay, we're chopping around, I'm gonna wait for the next session, right? We're chopping all down here. But as we are chopping, we are forming lower lows and lower highs, which means we're forming engineered liquidity. So we have engineered high here with stop losses, which that stop loss is likely to trigger here, trigger here, trigger here, trigger here. So now we have a fuel, right? This is our fuel. So if we drag this line over to the left and then we look at the top of that fuel where it ends here, we can say that buy side would be here because it's the last part of the fuel of the buy side being ran. Okay, now some of you would be like, oh, why don't you include this one right here? I mean, this looks more complete and together with like this, in my opinion. So no. Then overnight, we even create more fuel here. So now we have all this fuel. Now, where's the draw on liquidity? To the fuel. Is there any fuel to the downside? Nope. This low, swept this low. We bounce off every rally gap. This, when it looks like this is not fuel. Okay. See how this low took out this low? That is not fuel. But see how this high has not taken out this high, which is not taking out this high, which is not taking out this high? That, my friends, is called fuel. And that is what you need to look for. Whether it be this, whether it be maybe relative equal highs like this. Maybe we have a bunch of, orders filled, okay, like this. This is fuel, okay? And our job in the market and my job to look for the best model possible, to take the best trade possible, is looking for that fuel. And unfortunately, right now, we have fuel here and we have fuel up here. And when there's fuel to both sides, I kind of just sit tight and don't do anything. It sucks, but that's what trading is, and trading's supposed to be boring. And this doesn't happen every day, but sometimes you get fuel on both sides. But you have to wait. You have to wait for the draw to balance out, okay? So those are the most important things in trading, okay? There's a lot of other videos where I explain and go in depth on these, but draw on liquidity, equal highs, equal lows, trendline liquidity, where are they resting, okay? Liquidity sweep. Did we take out one of those draws already and only have one draw to the opposite side, okay? One side of stops, and then we have an IFVG plus fair value gap delivery, right? Are we getting our IFVG off of a fair value gap, right? You can see if we were to go to, over here, right? You sub sell side, if I maybe go to the 3-minute, or I like to go to the time frame where it's like a singular fair value gap. You can kind of see there's one here. It's all right? We have our bearish fair value gaps here. They just completely get smoked, right? You can use that as support. Maybe you buy in the market, just doesn't really matter. Stop the swing low, and then boom, I'd be running all those low resistance liquidity stop losses. Okay, so yeah, and with that, that's gonna be the end of the video. Test this strategy yourself. Let me know what you think. There's definitely a lot more to it, but I wanted to give you the basics of 3 steps. And as always, don't forget to use code Dodgy for Apex. Copy trade 20 accounts, one of the cheapest firms in the game. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.